Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to today's Challenge Cup match for the Legend of Zelda Link to the Past randomizer. We have a Group Y today as we try and settle who will be the second representative out of the group. Game 2 match between Zeitnix and RickyofKokiri. Zeitnix leads 1-0 and is going to look to close this out in Game 2, and Ricky is going to hopefully, he hopes, make a run here, and he has made one minor change to settings as per the rules. We will have a map and compass shuffle today, along with open mode, so this could make some interesting dungeon play. I'm Pro A007, very happy to be joining you here today, and joining me is actually our restreamer and Group Y winner, Amarith. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to be able to restream this for everyone. Just getting everything lined up here on audio. Runner should be started here in just a second.
So, you played both of these guys in earlier matches. What were your impressions?
They're both pretty skilled runners. Really, everyone still has their things that they need to work on, but we got them both started here and already on time. Awesome. Different starts, Sanctuary and Uncle, going towards Uncle.
Yeah, $300 in the Sanctuary for Ricky. Zeitner just got a single rupee. So he's going to go to the early Uncle play. Ricky's going to go the more, I guess, traditional route of checking along along Death Mountain and then sort of a backwards play into the Lost Woods Kakariko. Gets a nice bomb spawn there. Zeitnix finds a map of Turtle Rock.
Ooh, hammer up on the lumberjack ledge.
So
we will be seeing Aga.
This is 100% Aga required then. So now it's going to be a question of where is either the Master Sword or the Magic Cape.
And also, when do you decide to bite that bullet?
Given that it's hammer, I'd do it as soon as I'm probably able to, because you really you need hammer, and it's a great offensive weapon to have. Well, there's a good offensive weapon in the form of the ice rod, Lost Woods. So there's going to be no terrible troll hunt for that today.
Yeah, but it means Trinex is probably holding on to something important.
Map of Eastern has been found by Ricky. So with the map compass shuffle, that means it's no longer a given that a certain number of items will be in a dungeon. It could, or actually could be fewer in a couple of cases. But for example, Eastern, which normally has 3 items, could now have as many as 5. Keys and big keys remain where they are at in their dungeon. So this is not sanity, but it does offer an interesting little twist. Can really, I think, make dungeons more valuable.
Oh, absolutely. And I do actually really like this mode because it's sort of like a good getting your feet wet, like an introductory to Key Sanity, just to get you started with it.
Yeah. So Blind's hideout has literacy and money, more explosives. Early desert play possibly in the cards here. It's interesting. And, there's the power glove.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening, especially if we can find a fire source early, which we'll be finding that lamp needing to go to Aga, so very likely something we need is there, like the cape or a sword.
Right, and power glove means that they can do a pretty thorough check, actually, of desert. Even if there's a small key on the pedestal, they can. Oh well, there's the Titan Smith. All sorts of goodness are here early.
Yeah, let's just get out of the way early. Why not?
Yeah. Another map, pod. So, and the bow also. So this is is going to be interesting. And with the map, they can actually check. Ricky can check if he hasn't already his map, because you won't know what's crystal or pendant without the map. So now that he has that, he can actually check and see if he can knock out Eastern really quickly and if it's worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing about Map Compass Shuffle is even if you're just using the regular game music, it'll actually shuffle the crystal and pendant music as well. So
Right.
you don't know.
Right. There's the fire rod. So this is this has been a very rich seed so far. Which leads me to wonder what's going to be the one item that's going to hold them back from hit and go mode.
I've got to say that is the earliest I've seen both rods found in one seed.
Yeah, no kidding. There's a baby sword in the library. So where are those boots? Ricky is not gonna do a test check. He just wants that item. He must figure got to be something good here, given that the seed has already been most abundant with its use of offensive weapons.
Yeah, and knowing it's an Aga seed, you just know you got to keep checking until you find your Aga access.
Just a compass this time. He's gonna say no thank you to that.
Alrighty, with that, let's see where Ricky heads now that looks like he's going towards a dam, maybe make the dip towards desert, or just go for a mini Moldorm cave and get that item density first.
I would probably go with the item density since he's got the bow that would make it a pretty smart play, but certainly going to check the dams. It's right there. 5 potential items in Mini Moldorm Cave. That's great. Yeah, then that does beg the question: do you really go out of your way to Ice Rod Cave or gamble that there's nothing there? I think for me in this case, I'd probably just go straight to desert, and, run that out because there's potentially like 4 or 5 items. Count the ledge and Gina's cave on top of that. There's a lot to be mined there.
Yeah, it depends on how confident you are in your low percent plays and your, basically if you what you consider your NMG runs. I personally would probably consider going to desert immediately after doing the dam in this situation. Just find out if it's booth locked, get whatever items there that's successful, maybe even beat desert.
If you can, yeah. There's a magic for Zeitnix going to the back of the cave. 3 items potentially there. Let's see what he comes up with. Ricky takes a death in Mini Moldorm Cave. That's unfortunate. Zeitnix finds compass, and well, that's about.
Yeah, those mini Moldorms can always be really pesky.
Yeah, they do. They do a heart of damage in green mail, and that was a pity for Ricky. That's a bit of a setback. Um, so he'll have to go again.
Yeah, nothing that's too hard to make up, but definitely not something that you want on bearing on your mind this early in the game, finding all these items that we've already found so far.
Yeah, a little trouble getting the Moldorms to stay close. All right, he gets rid of them. Good. Going to following Ricky's lead here. Compass, Swamp, Quake Medallion.
And some much needed hearts. I'll definitely smooth out the run to Ice Rock Cave just a little bit, give you a little bit more leeway with those 2 heart dealing grabs.
Yeah. So we got 1 medallion already. That's always see. Again, always a pretty decent chance. So you're gonna have to go to one of them in this seed and get really lucky. But Zeitnix is going for desert, the ledge first. He's a hard up there. Ricky is going for the ice rod play. You're gonna find there.
Well, hopefully something good. And it's a hook shot. That is very nice.
Well, indeed. Yeah. So, see, this is why I'm not a top player. I would have ignored this, and I would be scrambling all over looking for that hook shot. So, Ricky, doing pretty well. He's gonna go. Looks like he's gonna do escape now, or Hyrule Castle and escape. That's not a bad idea. Amount of items. We've already seen the back of escape. There wasn't a whole lot there. Ricky should be having a change of heart.
I think he might have been thinking, "All right, let's go do Aga real quick," and then like, "Oh right, I don't have cape or sword or even a lamp."
Yeah, just a little ahead of the jumping the gun a little bit here. He can finish Eastern. Technically out of logic, but he can do it if he wants.
It could be completely in logic if depending on a layout of items, because we won't necessarily have to go to the big key room.
That is true. That is true. So there is that as a potential out. We don't even know if it's a crystal or not, and he can check. We got the map to sure. First, we're going to see what Sasparilla's got today.
Hopefully some goodies and maybe find out where the green pendant is.
It's an ice palace. Okay. Potentially getting to skip Ice Palace, never a bad thing. We got a map to Tower of Hera.
Now feels like a pretty good time to be checking your map now, Ricky. Now that we have 2 maps for the light world. Yeah, there we go.
We got a red crystal in Eastern and a crystal in Hera. So, yeah, this is definitely a good move going to Eastern and closing this out. Given the state of logic, it would seem to me that there's a pretty good chance we're going to find boots here.
It's very possible. Likely at least, yeah, because we do have the sword up on the library.
Right.
So that could be our 1 sword access, but who knows? It could be 2 swords floating around there. We will have to see. It could also be a sword and boots here. We got a total of 5 items to find.
Yeah, potentially 5. Yeah, depending on how it breaks. But there's 1 item, $20. Very rich seeds so far. I'd like to have one of those. One of my matches. Poverty has been the watchword. Yeah, I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's always been a bit of a stretch as of late. It's normally like well, I wish I could go to Route in Zora here, but I can't. I have 0 monies.
Yeah, it's like you got to pay 110 for the greedy monkey, but you also got to pay like 110 rupees to do the stuff in Thieves Town. It's like, well, what do I do first?
Yeah, that is technically our 2nd item here in Eastern as we get another compass for... I think that was Swamp or Skull Woods. I can't remember. It was one of those S's.
It was Skull Woods, yeah. So, not a bad... So, no big key yet. Ricky didn't have any trouble navigating the dark room. Certainly not later on, but there's the baby sword, so that'll actually make darkroom navigation a little easier. I'm sure he knows how to do it, but having a sword always makes it a little easier. You got a guide. You got some guidepost.
Absolutely love having the sword to be able to guide you. It's a little bit tricky to start learning how to do guiding yourself like the hook shot or boomerang, stuff like that, especially in rooms like in Pod where they don't necessarily collide with the wall.
Right.
But now, thing to note here is that Eastern is technically out of logic because the big key is behind the dark room, unless we find that lamp down in Hyrule Castle or over in.
So yeah, Ricky's a little chewed up there by the anti-fairies. Little magic back and health. Yeah. So sounds like it would have been desert. Then desert has like boots or has the fire has a lamp or something. So he's got to be a little careful here. There's the big key. That.
Mixed through that room fairly well.
Zeitnix is following in Ricky's footsteps here. Their items are identical at this stage. The only real difference as far as their choices is Zeitnix done the back of Escape and front of Hyrule Castle. Ricky has Fire Rod opens that up a little bit. That was so much easier, and now it's a straight shot to the Armus Knights and our first crystal. Ooh. Ricky's got to be careful. He's kind of playing on the edge here with health, and he shouldn't have any trouble, but you know, some of these rooms, like, all it takes is one wrong turn.
Yeah, and you're in Pain Town. Shouldn't be too bad. There's some health in this room and in the next one as well.
Yeah, so he should be fine. So, swords cleaned up ready. Barely gets the one cycle there. I thought he was going to be a little short there.
Ricky doing me a scare there for a second. He almost went in that room with just barely enough arrows.
Yeah, you can do it with the sword, but yeah, it takes a lot longer. He's got the setup.
It's like, what, 20 slashes with the sword to kill just one Armos Knight? Something like that?
Something like, yeah, I think that's right. More money for Ricky. So he gets his first crystal at 1631. Nice start for RickyofKokiri. Is not far behind. Should have his first crystal in about a minute and a half. So not.
I still mark them as about even.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Maybe Ricky's got a slight edge only because we know nothing really of value was found in Hyrule or in the front or the back of Hyrule Castle. Zeitnix was a little early on his first arrow shot, so he's gonna have to 2-cycle this. Ricky looks like he's going to Death Mountain. That's interesting. I would be.
Can't blame him.
I understand where he's coming from. I guess I'm kind of thinking like from the logic standpoint, I'd be going straight to desert because you figure there's got to be a fire source in there or the boots. One of the.
Yeah, true.
But instead, Ricky is going to do the Death Mountain play, and to be fair to Ricky, and this makes sense in the context that he's going to get, you know, whatever the old man has plus you know, top of the mountain plus Eastern Death Mountain, so that's 1, 2, 4, 9. That's 10 items, 10 potential items. So lots of potentially good stuff there.
Yeah, the only trouble is that he'll have to come back here in order to get to Tower of Hera because we can't make it up there just yet unless we find the mirror because the hammer is on that
First, he's got to
lumberjack.
survive, and oh boy, Ricky got caught by the boulders. Jeez,
Beaten up by cabbage.
That's a little more costly in terms of a death there. That's really unfortunate. But Good news is it gets kind of reset. So there is that. Yeesh. That's two kind of unfortunate deaths. I mean, the Dead Rocks got him that time. The Red Dead Rock got him in the worst possible spot. All for the map. And it's the map of desert, so now we'll find out if desert is crystal or a pendant.
When our runners so choose to let us know that information.
Yeah, Ricky, I think Ricky's more concerned about just getting up to the top of the mountain without getting crushed.
Let's just get out of the cabbage zone and then worry about it.
Yeah. Ricky, it's a blue pendant and ooh, silver arrows. Well, well, well.
Happy to see you.
Yeah, I know. Just gotta find a way to get those things. Ooh, Zeitnix caught by the dead rock. Wait this out.
Is everyone getting dead rock today?
Tell ya. Ricky is now heading to Eastern Death Mountain. 8 potential items here. See what. And if he gets if the Moon Pearl shows up here, oh boy. Dark Death Mountain checks.
It just adds to the value, but it also increases the chance of the places that the lamp could be. Because if that means that the flute is somewhere in like desert, then we could be looking for a while for that lamp to do Aga 1.
Yeah, we could be. That but probably not too long, just given the hammer's overall intrinsic value to finish done. But it does kind of feel like you're getting pulled away. It does. Ricky right now is wishing he had Deadeye shot on these mini Moldorms that hook shot. There he goes. He gets the first bottle, 2 bottles, and a baby seal. So Sick Kid is now a potential item.
Yep, just one more item up here and one more check of an item, and then probably off to desert or front of escape.
Yeah. Uh I'd probably, even though it's a pendant, I'd still probably lean on desert at this point. Uh, Not going
You
to.
know, the way that the items are laying out, you kind of want to make the Hyrule Castle play as your last kind of play, because it's like, well, if that's where Lamp is, I want that to be my final go before and to take a Death Warp, and then go right into Aga 1.
Exactly. Still don't have access, no meaningful access to Aga 1. We are short a sword upgrade, a lamp, and or magic cape.
And running out of places to find them.
Yeah. So the other place we haven't considered is Zora.
That's true, but who wants to visit Zora right now?
Well, nobody really wants to, but it may come down to, well, what else could it be? I mean, they're not exactly hurting for rupees. They've got enough to pretty much pay off everything at this point. So, all this money does seem to be suggesting sort of a hint, go to Zora. Ricky is in desert. Looks like he's gonna take care of Gina first. Zeitnix looks like he's going. I think he's going to make a run at Hyrule Castle here. He already did the first 2 checks, Uncle and the chest. Now he's going to do the rest of it. It's like. He, the first dungeon. Ricky is on his way to desert. Time we're seeing this today. 24-minute mark. Setting himself up for a death warp, whittling his health down a little bit. 1 rupee, that chest.
And so far, nothing too important here in escape.
I had my head turned away. What did the first chest does have?
That was the bug catching net, and we are key locked and boots locked.
Well, we're not actually key locks. You can actually go into the back of desert and grab that. So that is still a viable play, actually. You
Just
can't.
makes me think.
There's the flippers. Okay, it's definitely a Zora play now.
And Zeitnix going to go check Dark Cross from the front side.
Good idea. He's already done the rest of it. Ten arrows, the Dark Cross. Alright, so Zeitnix has found the flippers, which lead him variably to Zora, as well as Hobo and Waterfall. So we got 5 items to play.
Plus a check of the Lake Hylia ledge here, which is Ether.
And we don't know what medallions are required, or don't know what status is with Meyer and Turtle Rock. We know where 2 of the 3 pendants are. Now we're just waiting to find out which of the 6 remaining Dark World dungeons is in fact.
But hey, good to know that that's there.
Yeah. Hobo has got $50, which leads us to wonder, why is he hiding under a bridge with $50? Steal that from Royal Armory or something?
Never know these days.
Yeah. I had a race recently where he had the bow. Go figure.
Hey, he was just pressing some archery under the bridge.
Yeah. Interesting idea in chat from Black Wax talking about there's the Moon Pearl. Having Moon Pearl away from Ice Palace, maybe having Lamp. Well, that's entirely possible at this stage. You know, where is that Lamp? It could be a Lamp endgame. Lamp is holding everything potentially.
Yeah, with us finding the Moon Pearl there, Lamp could be in very many places now. Could be in Thieves Town, could be in Skull Woods. We have some very, very strange Dark World access today.
Yes, indeed. Right, next doesn't have to go onto the Zora ledge that bomb. Ricky, okay, Ricky, I thought he had forgotten chest, but no, Zora, well,
The scam fish as usual.
yeah, that it's fake love from Zora. Okay, so Dark World is now in play. For Zeitnix, will be for Ricky once grabs his Moon Pearl.
Yeah, I definitely kind of agree with Zeitnix's play here, going towards Thievestown Skullwoods area. That's your biggest item density area. You can turn in the bottle that you sequence broke up on the mountain real quick, see if there's anything important on that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Dark Death Mountain is kind of tempting, but yeah, I think this is probably a smarter overall play. I get to check Sick Kid on top of that. So yeah, and since he can, well, he can't finish do a full clear on Thieves Town, but can certainly knock out Thieves Town and Skullwoods. Although having 7 hearts is a little worrying.
Yeah, definitely something to keep on your mind, but hoping that maybe you find a little bit more health or one of the armors along the way.
Yeah, half magic too goes a long way to give you a little bit of breathing room. Zeitnix is in the Dark World, and Red Pendant is in Turtle Rock. So that means that everything else is a crystal.
It's just that hope in the back of your mind that the Cane of Samaria will be your go mode.
Certainly possible, but that in mind, Cane of Samaria can pretty much anywhere except Turtle Rock. Take a while. Zeitnix taking damage from ghosts, gotta watch it. Those guys do a lot of damage. Sure, if Zeitnix is gonna do it's kind of an quick overworld run through, see if he can bulk up his health a little bit, or if he's gonna dive straight into Thieves Town and try and get a crystal here.
If I had to guess, he's going to finish checking Village of Outcasts and go right for Thievestown. If you know the blind script, it's fairly easy to push through most of Thievestown without getting bullied too much.
There is that. Though, I guess just me, I like a little more purity than 7 hearts. So, if 8 or 9 is, I think, where I'm most comfortable blind, especially with green health. Ricky is on his way to Zora, and boy, is he going to be upset when he finds out what he's getting. There's another piece of heart. Zeitnix. Maybe he can get a free health refill.
Also, have we gotten to see the Sun Prize yet? I haven't seen any enemies get a hook shotted.
Don't think so. No Slowpoke, our tracker for today, confirmed no Sun Prize yet. There's the big key. One of the first 4 chests, as always, is guaranteed to be the big key. They are the boots. So,
hooray!
So, possibilities are endless now. It's like, well, getting close, really close now to that potential Aga play. We still need a lamp. Make it within to put it within logic. The sword in the library will make for Master Sword, so that's fine. But where is that lamp?
Yeah, with the boots in tow, if we can manage to find Mirror along the way, I definitely
Yeah.
would probably see them playing towards the North Dark World. Do Graveyard Ledge, King's Tomb is available, Bonk Rocks are available.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, after this, I myself would probably skip Skull Woods for the moment and just run the gamut through the rest of Thieves Town slash South Central Dark World and get that out of the way. There's a pretty good item density there.
Yeah, maybe even hope that you got the lamp over in Hype Cave.
Now, there's the Cane of Samaria in Skull Woods for Ricky of Kokiri, so that's a really good find for him. It's going to make parts of the dungeon a lot simpler as it is.
Yeah, just personally, as I said, it's a little worrying because now that means Pennant Turtle Rock could be very much in play because Pennant Turtle Rock is completable once we have access to Aga, essentially.
Right.
I stopped and think about that a second. I was like, wait, nope, we need Hammer for that, but
Right. Hammer's still finding out you can't actually use the
stun
hooks.
the
Yeah,
Gibdos.
can't stun them. So a couple of keys in the back there. So Zeitnix cannot actually full clear Thieves Town. No hammer. There's the big key for Ricky. Lots of keys in front of Skullwoods plus Canis Maria. Zeitnix managed his health pretty nicely. Thieves Town is going to have pretty good window, I think, here. 9 hits, regardless of what sword you have against Blind, which is nice. And as said, it's a scripted fight, but he's getting hit pretty good there. Rapid succession. Got to be a little careful here. Okay, nice job by Zeitnix with Blind. Gets $50 and 36.29 crystal. After a couple of false starts, bomb jump, just a key for Ricky's. Yeah, man. Yeah, so Zeitnix is gonna, looks like he is gonna make the route down South Central Dark World. He's gonna start with the digging game.
Yeah, definitely going towards that huge item density, like I said, like you were saying, towards Hype Cave, all these south checks, get it out of the way.
Only it's 6 digs. Find out to get the compass turtle rock in the digging game. That's kind of a bust. He's also probably going to grab the little blacksmith on the way. No, he's not. He's going to save that for a mirror, I guess. He has mirrors, so on his Stumpy. $5 for Stumpy. There's the magic cape. So that's one half of the equation.
Which we kind of have it already filled out, but could mean that our lamp is up on Bumper Ledge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's entirely possible. That's an interesting chain of sequence chain, but yeah, it's very much a possibility now. So,
I mean, the way Seeds have been playing for this tournament so far, I wouldn't put it past it.
they got the map from Ice Palace, which we already know about, $20. Blue Mail. So about a 3 out of 10 for Hype Cave.
I
On the
was
Blue
going to
Mail,
go 2 out of 10.
yeah, the Blue Mail is a pretty nice find, but yeah, that's the only worthwhile item out of that. But not at all unwelcome because Mothula can hit really hard in Skullwoods.
Yeah, Ricky will be wishing that he had that about now.
Yeah, well
There's the
well,
lamp.
so
Loaded
Skullwoods.
Skullwoods.
Wow.
Skullwoods more hype than Hype Kid.
Yeah. Zeitnix is kind of doing a reverse route. He's going to get his Master Sword.
After this, I'm thinking he probably does dip Skullwoods, because now that you have a Master Sword, or no, is he planning on doing a
He might be thinking that. Ricky is 5 at this point. Ran out of. I gotta make it. Reverse. Zeitnix is thinking about his life choice. This saved and quit.
I think that was a realization of, oh, I don't have the.
Right. There are some checks now he can do. Nobody's checked Bonk Rocks. Nobody's checked King's Tomb. So that's 2 items we don't know about. Ricky is going to fight Mothula with 3 hearts. Not much mat. He's got a green bottle, which helps, but yikes. It's going to be rough.
As long as you can keep pressuring the moth and make sure that it's not throwing out his little onion rings all that time. Just focus on dodging. Shouldn't be.
He misfired on one. Misfired twice in a row. He's got to be careful here. Baby Sword is not going to do very much damage on Mothula. Oh boy.
And there's a spike to the face.
That.
Chat pointing out my favorite molecule strategy. Use the bee, and there's the
flute. Well, now it's getting interesting.
Things are lining up fairly nicely for Zeitnix here. If he makes the Skullwoods play after activating that.
If he runs Skullwoods, he not in go mode, but he's really close. Because he'll still have to do Aga 1, but he knows where the hammer leads to all of this. So yeah, he could be flying through this seed.
Just tunneling dungeons.
Yeah. Ricky, even though he did not finish Skullwoods, got what he needs, so now he's on his way to Aghanim.
Yeah, can't really blame him here. Want to get that hammer as soon as you can.
Right. Zeitnix going to Meyer wants to grab a couple of quick items from the shed and also find out what Quake Medallion. So that is confirmed. Yes, Aga is required because Lumberjack is holding the hammer. So it's a blessing and a curse knowing this. Where is that mirror? Zeitnix kind of thinking about it. Does he want to do this with 8 hearts and Master Sword? Can. He's decided not to, though.
Yeah, I think the other line of Ricky's thinking potentially is, what if it's the play to do Aga to go to Pod to get your boost, to get your hammer,
or something? Yeah.
Logic has been all sorts of weird these past couple days. So
Zeitnix, I think, has come around to realizing, yep, it's got to be Skullwoods. Ricky's, again, kind of playing on the edge here with his health. Had like, what is it, 4 deaths, I think? 3 or 4 deaths, and none of them were really intended. Zeitnix.
Yeah, so far making it through though.
Yeah.
It looks like Zeitnix gonna be doing back to front.
Yeah. Grabbed by wall grabbers this again. Fortunately, he didn't start at the front there, so he's not gonna have Canis Samaria until after. Oh, he gets grabbed again. Wow.
Oh no.
Poor guy.
Just getting bullied in this room.
No. Like, wait this out. There, okay. Running through a lot of magic, though. Careful with that. Magic is somewhat plentiful here. Okay, there's the cave. Zeitnix's case, it's like, when he sees all these items, it's almost going to be too tempting to like, oh, I just got to get out of here. But there's all these good stuff I can do.
I know, it almost feels kind of bad, like,
Yeah.
you know, when you find those items, do you bail after that? It's like, oh, this has to be the only value in here, but
right.
No, this is such a high value item to seed.
So how many blue balls we getting? I'm gonna say 4.
I'm gonna push for the average 3.
3. Round 1. Okay, there's our first. Zeitnix finds the lamp. That's
the second one. Zeitnix on the hunt for some magic in this room.
needs it. Gibdo's making life difficult for him. Really low on magic. So 4 is the answer. Oh boy. He's out. Oh, he's got a.
He does have that green potion.
Yeah.
Just feels so bad to use it though.
Yeah, drug deal on the pyramid. I was correct with my guess. Yay for me. 4. So Zeitnix try and gotta get the key because he didn't have any. He got the Gibdo with the sword, which would take a while. Alright. So Ricky is first order of business in the Dark World now that he's opened it is check catfish. Zeitnix away with Mothula. He's got a good cycle here. Nice fight from Zeitnix. Very nicely done.
Very nice. Moth played a lot nicer for Zeitnix than he did for Ricky.
4805 for Zeitnix. That's 3 crystals to 1 for Ricky. Now, let's hope he doesn't lose sight of there's still stuff to check here because he still needs Candace Samaria. Ricky getting a blue bottle from Catfish. Not unwelcome.
Hey, I'll take some free blue goo.
Yeah.
One of those nice safeties to have once if you can manage to hold it to your Ganon fight.
Okay, so Zeitnix is going to front now of Skullwoods, and here comes the cane.
Gotta be feeling pretty good now.
I tell you. Seems like, oh, there's nothing else here. I think he must have figured out the rest are keys. Which actually makes sense, because I think the others are all keys.
Let's see, he got the item off Moth. There's, I think, one item left, so...
See, the two chests, all the chests, I think, up front were all keys. So, and then there's the big key. So, yeah, I think that's everything. I think. I could be wrong, but, sticking...
Either way, Zeitnix making his, AGA 1 play here.
So, he's got Master Sword, so this will go a little faster for him than it did for Rick.
Plus, he also has boots, so he can charge through some of the rooms.
Right. Ricky has not done Thieves Town yet. Really oughta.
Looks like he's on his way there, so he'll be picking up his
Yeah.
boots soon.
Yeah, Zeitnix is definitely in control here in this Game 2 elimination match. And he's up 1-0. He won, what I gather was a pretty close Game 1 between them by only about 3 or 4 minutes. So, a lot of game left to be played as we get the 1 hour mark here. But Zeitnix is doing all the right things from a routing perspective, sure.
Yeah, and he'll be able to mop up pretty quick. Once he has his hammer, he can go over to Palace of Darkness, finish off Swamp Palace, and...
Well, he can't.
Are we?
He can't do Swamp yet. No mirror.
Oh, right, we're still missing the mirror.
But he can do. He can do Mire. Preferably with more health. 8 hearts, still not ideal. Yeah, the mirror is at this stage. Actually, he can do Tower of Hera, but he can't get silvers yet.
But technically, we are mirror from go.
Yeah. Yep. That's what seems to be holding everything up here.
So it's just a matter of where in the world did Carmen Sandiego play?
Well, not the only thing we know for 100% certainty is it is not in Swamp Palace. So outside of that, yeah, there's a lot of potential checks on the board here. You're really hoping like hell it ends up in a dungeon because that's going to save you so much time. It's part of your checking process anyways.
Like, set it in Palace of Darkness and give these runners a good old-fashioned jet seed from this point on. Even
yeah, it's like I'd like to know what those jet seeds feel like. I haven't had any in my matches. Well, one, but the others have been. I've somehow gotten all the grinders.
I've been listening to it for a bit. The MSU that Ricky has been using over here, that we have the audio on. Is this a Spirit Tracks?
It might be. I've been keeping the sound a little low on my end, but could be.
Ricky picking up.
Titan.
Off to grab it.
Good cause. So yeah. Lumberjack and Aga required. We'll see what other if there's any other trolliness Seed wants to throw at us, but given where that lamp ended up, I think Seed might have burned itself out on that front. But RickyofKokiri does have the hammer, so now How hard is he going to push on the dungeon? Slowpoke is confirming that Spirit Track's overworld theme. Thank you very much. Zeitnix finished off Aga 1 at about 54:15.
Yeah, after activating this loot, I think Ricky really has to start pushing hard into dungeons to start making up for the time that he's a little bit behind.
Yeah, the deaths have been his big problem. He's died, I think, 3 or 4 times, and a couple of them have really hurt. So yeah, he's gonna have to pick up the pace a little bit. Zeitnix, going looks like he's gonna make a. Not sure where he's going.
Oh, he's grabbing his hammer.
Oh yeah, hammer. That's right. Duh.
What are we doing out of Sanctuary? Can't possibly think. It's just so rare. It's things.
Yeah, it's like a.
How often is it the Aga?
Yeah, it's like even if it's an Agassi, that's usually out of necessity. So Ricky's gonna do his drug deal. Which just $20. Sounds about right. It's only one mushroom. Ricky's got spending to get his three blue bottles. That's always nice. Zeitnix is going to run for pod. Good idea. Fully clearable now, and 7 potential items. Map
Yes,
are out. So
absolutely, very high density here.
yeah. Now, we know that Eastern was a red crystal. We don't know what the other one is. So always that possibility that Pyramid Fairy could be holding something good. But seen 3 crystals off the board.
We'll find out soon enough. And question in chat: was there anything left in Thieves Town? Yes. When Zeitnix went through, he did not have the hammer, so he left 1 item in the big chest.
Right. And we know it's an item because he had a key left over. Ricky is going to make another run here at Mothula. He's got plenty of ammunition as far as magic to do it.
Like all those potions, yeah.
Yeah, with 3 potions plus, I think his health, is a little better, although he's getting chewed up again by the Gibdos. Got to watch it. Commentators curse out of me this quickly, man. Burns up 1.
Taking a better
2.
safe than sorry potion.
I don't blame him.
It looks like we're going to go for some hammer moth to start.
Okay. Not a strat you normally see, but sure. Buddy, yeah, thank you.
Scaring me a little, Ricky.
Yeah, it's like, man, all right, but he's got it well under control. So grabs the crystal at about 58:30, so he's got his second crystal of the match. Still playing behind on Zeitnix, who's got 3 crystals and pretty well ahead at this stage. Ricky's going to need something big, I think, at this point to really come to the tables.
I think the one thing that could definitely play to Ricky's favor is if the mirror is in that big key chest. Or the big chest in Thieves Town.
That would certainly flip the script in a big way, because, yeah, that's go mode, essentially.
And we have no idea when Zeitnix will be making his way back to that chest.
He won't be, not until he's burned through everything, I think. Because he's kind of cast his lot with his routing choices, which were perfectly valid when he did it. But at this point, you're kind of committed to this, what you've chosen, so you really got to play it out. Bucks that chest to the basement. Money while he's at it. Arrows. Key.
So nothing in the harmless hallway today. Maybe. Check it just in case. MC Shuffle's weird.
Yeah, it is. Just keys. No harm, no foul. Keys back of Thieves Town, slowly working his way through. I could really go for, there's the big key. I could really go for some magic powder right about now.
Yeah, that'd be a really nice safety to find.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites to get, because I tend to get over aggressive, and which is not a bad thing, but it can get you into trouble spots. Okay, having that knowledge, like, okay, I've got a 7 heart safety coming my way, particularly in Ganon's Tower before you fight Landmola 2. I always like that.
Yeah.
Alright, Zeitnix cleared out all of Pod except for Helmasaur King, so way over there now. For those of you just joining us, this is Game 2 of the Group-wide Challenge Cup match between RickyofKokiri and Zeitnix. Zeitnix leads 1-0 in this elimination match. If he wins, he will move on to the bracket round. Should he fall short to Ricky, they will play a sudden death Game 3 in the not too distant future. So far, it's been an interesting match. It's been Aggro required and Lumberjack required. Ooh.
Mario Block not cooperating tonight.
That one can be really finicky, yeah. Okay, so Ricky can now check the big chest. So this could be a big moment here in the match. What is the big chest Thieves Town holding? Zeitnix could not check it at the time. Okay, just $20. What a legend.
Very lucky on Zeitnix's part.
Yeah. Ooh. Ricky getting thrown off by the red jellyfish. Zeitnix almost to Helmasaur. A few more rooms to go through. Okay, so Ricky has got his magic cape ready. He's going to hold on to it till he absolutely needs it, because it does burn through magic like crazy. If he can get through the first couple of cycles, okay, he's going for it now. All right, that's a good. Okay, he's got to survive. Okay, to phase 3. Okay, he's fine.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy from this point out.
So Ricky finishes off Thieves Town at 103.50. So they're even on crystals, but that's about to change as Zeitnix looks to finish off Helmasaur King. Using the bow to unleash some damage, but Helmasaur not being very cooperative with his movement. Finally down. So that's crystal number 4 for Zeitnix. Get some bomb. 104.23.
So Ricky gonna make the South Dark World checks here, trying to figure out where Zeitnix is gonna head after this. Whether it's bite the bullet, head towards the Mire area, or climb that mountain, do Dark Death Mountain, Tower of Hera, and maybe the mirrors up there.
I would probably do the Dark Death Mountain / Tower of Hera play. I mean, he's gonna have to do it unless he finds mirrors somehow. He's gonna have to do 2 rounds of this, but item density and it's a little and Tower of Hera at 8 hearts a lot safer than Misery Mire.
Yeah, we do have Blue Mail though, but
yeah, that's not much safety against Vitreous. Ricky has actually grabbed our friend the Frog. That's actually something Zeitnix did not do, I don't believe. I don't think he went back for him.
Correct, he passed up on it.
Right, so another possible saving grace here for Ricky. Could the Smithies be holding the mirror?
Crafting something fine glass.
Hey, why not?
Seen everything from counterfeit money to hammers.
Oh, yeah. Ricky is getting his hype cage, so he'll get his blue mail and shells. Zeitnix is actually going with Fire Rod. Sniped there by
The Beamos.
yeah, the Beamo. He's having a little trouble. Finally takes care of everything, so he's on his way now to Misery Mire. 4 potential items in play now with map compass out, no longer a factor here. So has a little more value from an item standpoint than it would before, but shall see. Well, there's one item on hard container, not on Ricky, dropping off Smithy. Gonna find out what his reward is.
Some more mail.
Well, all right. Well, perhaps not what he was hoping for, but not going to turn that down.
Yep, just the blacksmiths doing blacksmith things.
Yeah. It looks like Ricky is now on his way to Pod to keep within range of his opponent. About dungeon and a half behind right now, give or take.
Yeah, Pod is definitely the correct play to make for Ricky right now, though, especially with its item density and available choices go. Really feels like the best play for him, so.
Yeah, it's kind of a given, especially with the general paucity of items some of these other places have. Do you really want to go to Ice Palace for a green pendant? No, not really. But especially when you've got crystals that take off the board. Ooh, Zeitnix getting clipped from behind. Fortunately, he's got to do the Wizrobe room again. Never something you want to do willingly.
Yeah, it's probably one of the worst setbacks in the game is just getting sent back in Misery Mire. And the further you are in the dungeon, the worse it is and the worse it feels.
Right. But I did switch to lamp for the last two. All that for a key. It's like, that's like, God, it feels even worse.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about how the logic still works with the map compass shuffle, but I believe that means that our big key is up here in the cutscene chest still.
I think that's correct.
I don't know if the map compass shuffle changes that at all or not. Well, we'll find out here in a moment.
There's the big key. So, yeah, that's kind of the... At this stage, that's kind of like the one dark side part of map compass is... I think by now you'd have your two items. Like, okay, straight to Vitreous. Like, nope, got two more chests, gotta check them.
Yeah, I believe one key and two more potential items.
Correct. Box, big chest key.
With our last item on Vitreous.
Yep. Only got 3 hearts. I think he's got a blue potion to play with, so there is that. But again, got to be a little defensive here because, again, Vitreous does a ton of damage. But even with blue mail, it's like, it's not going to be...
It's not going to be a walk in the park.
No, not at all. Boy, like, you really wish you had that mirror now because you could get the silvers and just burn gun through Vitreous. Problem. Here, that is not going to be the case at all. Be a very defensive fight.
Definitely see use of the cape here and some spinning.
Okay, that is a good point. I had forgotten he has the magic cape. That's going to give him some breathing room, and that might make it a little more palatable. But again, it's not going to be a lot of fun. Hoping to get trying to get hearts, but the item drops are not being kind.
Definitely not only 2 hearts. I believe you can only take one hit from an eyeball.
Well, now we can. Now we can take 0. The anti-fairy is rolling it hard. We go for the bow strats here.
I believe it's 3 arrows per.
Correct. Okay, doable, but boy.
Certainly scary.
Yeah. When does he... Where's he at? Ricky taking a death there. Hot. I think that was intentional, though.
Yeah, I believe that looked like a death warp after the big...
2 eyeballs left for Zeitnix.
Just taking it nice and slow.
Yeah.
Trying to hold those potions.
Okay, so eyeballs are done. So I think it's 10 arrows to take down Vitreous. I think you potentially got it down. Oh, 8 arrows. That's right. Very good fight from Zeitnix. Gets a piece of heart. There's his health refill.
Just a little.
Yeah. 114.18 for Zeitnix. That's 5 crystals. Hera and Swamp still remain unknown as far as that, but he could,
I feel like at this point you bite the bullet and go up to Dark Death Mountain.
Without question. That actually would have been my first choice myself. I would have done Dark Death Mountain and then Tower of Hera. Well, actually, I take it back. I would have done Tower of Hera first and then Dark Death Mountain second. That as my preferred choice. Then I would have gone to 3 Mire and taken whatever I could have gotten off of health upgrades.
Yeah. I mean, I can see the hope of like, well, what if I could put Tower of Hera off as my last crystal and then just take my mirror portal right in again.
Ooh, Dead Rocket strikes again. Zeitnix having a few frustration swings with it.
Always hookshot your dead rocks. And hit.
Now he won't leave.
It's just being a...
I tell you, the Dead Rocks have been really cruel today. This is going to go to Tower of Hera first, provided the Dead Rock lets. Also, good time to check Ether.
Yeah, I almost completely forgot about that. It's been like 9 years since we've used...
Yeah, I know. Ether. Money.
More.
Oh, we only wish that could happen in real life. You read a book, you hold your sword up to the sky, things happen and you get money for it. Oh, if only.
It'd be so nice.
He almost done with Helma's Sword King. Bow to care of business. Big key up front, that's good. Potentially saves us the trouble of having to do base.
Well, there's that key, which means we gotta go to the basement.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just be locked in the basement?
116.41 for RickyofKokiri for crystal number 4. So he's about 12 minutes behind Zeitnix, give or take, based on how long it took Zeitnix to get crystal number 5, Misery Mire.
Ricky looks like he's going for the same.
Yeah. Setting up a bomb jump here. Done. Another hard container, so 2 hard containers in the same room. What are the odds?
Not very likely, I don't think.
No.
Also, he also could have hookshotted and boosted his way back.
Zeitnix trying to clip around bumper didn't work, so he's going to do it again. So he's going to have to deal with Troll Dorm in a minute. It's 3 charged. Really wish he stopped doing that. 3 charged Master Sword swings from Zeitnix. Care of Troll Dorm.
There you go, just go.
Yeah, it's like you're attempting fake, trying to do that, 3 times in a row here, guy. Well, you can also use a hammer. That's also hits. Problem is the hammer doesn't have radius as Master Sword. No problem. Fight. And more bomb. But a crystal number 6 for Zeitnix, nonetheless, at 118.56.
And a free trip to the base.
And a free trip to the base. Yes, we cannot forget that. That is sort of the downside to maps compasses, is you end up having to do rooms you'd rather not. Because you can't rely on your counting this. Or at least the traditional method.
Or more so at this point for Zeitnix, can't really afford to be leaving an item behind when you're only one item.
Mm-hmm. So, once he does this in Dark Death Mountain, nothing comes up. I wonder. Nobody's... Oh, wouldn't that be something? What if the pedestal Lost Woods had the mirror? We haven't had a mirror check. We haven't had a ped check, have we?
We have not.
Ah. Yep, it's on the table.
It could be possible.
That's insanely cruel, and I'm sure everyone in chat is loving the possibility right now. As they do, yes. Slowpoke in chat is hypothesizing that Swamp could be the other 5-6. Yeah, it's possible. Compass for Tower of Hera, how utterly meaningless. He is working his way through Misery Mire right now. Hold off on dying here because that has hit him pretty good a couple of times already. Zeitnix death in this room.
Yep, confirmed Swamp is the last 5-6 because that's the last.
Well, we don't know if it's a red crystal or not, though.
Well, it's the last crystal,
Right.
so he only still has one red crystal.
Oh.
In his inventory.
Oh, never mind that. Forgot you can get that thing. Alright, so Zeitnix is going to go to Dark World and also find out what medallion is needed for Turtle Rock should it become necessary.
Here's hoping Ether Bomb.
It is Quake.
And it is
double Quake. That begs the question. You go here since it's available and full clearable, and with 7 items, potentially. Is that your first choice if Mirror does not show up? Hookshot Cave or Bunny Cave?
At this point, yeah, I'd bite the bullet and go for it.
Yeah.
You're here.
Yeah.
You're not going to have any other time.
Signubs in chat says, the answer is always Ice Palace. Well.
Except when the answer is Turtle.
Yeah.
So quick 4 here in Hookshot Cave before we dunk on into Turtle.
Probably, yeah. Bucks. This. Map, Thieves Town. Bomb. So, nothing doing in Hookshot Cave. Zeitnix kind of taking a second to reflect on the situation here. Alright, he's on to Turtle Rock. Think of what other overworld checks haven't done that could be done. I know they haven't done
Purple.
They haven't done Purple Chest. They haven't done what's it?
The show.
They haven't done. Oh, they haven't. I'm thinking of something else. Oh, well, no, never mind. They can't. that. I was thinking the other pedestal. They can't do that without mirror. Purple chest. Signal. The bow is always in Turtle Rock. Well, yes, I can kind of attest to that. In my case, it was Bombos. That's fine if you have Ice Palace later. In my experience, I actually ended up in Mimic Cave, so go figure. But bow. No, the silver arrows are on Spectral Rock, so we've got that covered. And Spike Cave, you're right. We haven't done Spike Cave. We haven't done Purple Chest, Digging Game, and Dig Spot, and Peg Cave. Mirror End game continues. No pet checks, so yeah, it's entirely possible it could be the pedestal item. We don't know. Okay, so Ricky opting for Magic Cape strats to get through the opening round of Vitreous. Settles arrows.
Worked out fairly.
Yeah, he's very efficient with his movement. Gets a hard and another hard container and gets crystal number 5 at 125.45. Still, based on their splits, because they're crystals, except for Swamp and Thievestown, their order has been identical so far. It's about 11 and a half minutes between the stage. Nick's not getting much help so far in Turtle Rock. He's going to have to go down low. He can't check Mimic Cave since the item he's looking for required for that. So cruel irony. Of his last magic to take up the door, so see what he's got. He on his way up Death Mountain. Dead Rocks continuing to be the biggest challenge for our runners today. Man.
Coming in second place for that, Cap.
Oh, Zeitnix getting lasered from behind. Ouch. That's probably the worst possible place it could have happened. Now he's got to start over. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Where's that magic powder? I think next to the mirror, like that's what these guys are really hoping for right now.
Yeah, powder's probably off in GT.
Yeah, go figure.
It'll be in the post Moldorm 2 chat.
Because why not? Ricky, in spite of the troubles he's having, has been able to close the gap a bit here on Zeitnix, just by virtue of some of the items he picked up that Zeitnix has, and namely the red mail, which I think is going to give him a little more flexibility as far as defense is concerned. I don't know how much of an impact it's going to have until, probably Ganon, but hey. This has not been the most healthy seed overall. Every little bit helps right now.
Zeitnix continuing to push Turtle Rock. There's the mirror.
The mirror is in the big chest of Turtle Rock, and at 1 hour, 28 minutes, 56 seconds, Zeitnix has hit go mode.
Now, Zeitnix, you go grab your silver.
Oh yes, with no question. No, he's
Nope, we'll do swamp.
good idea. I think he realized. No, he's gonna do. He's gonna arm himself with potions. Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
That's. No empty bottles. He's gotta be in. A good idea. Just arm yourself with whatever you can, because yeah, silver's definitely something you want on your way to Ganon, because right now they have Master Sword and they really, really do not want to do Silverless Ganon with Master Sword. Can if you want, but I don't think anybody willingly chooses that. Ricky is going to get his 6th crystal. 130.19.
Hey, maybe if we're lucky, we'll also find a tempered sword along the way here.
They really, I'm sure, are hoping so, just by virtue of making it a lot easier than he already will be. Yeesh. But again, when you're in go mode, though, he's like you're basically open for Providence to smile upon you at this point. I don't think Zeitnix is going to do minimal checking throughout this dungeon. Like, whatever he needs, and that's it. Any chests he finds along the way, he's not going to make too many detours, I don't. Because also, I guess from his mindset, as far as how he's going to approach this, like, you always got to kind of assume that your opponent is doing about as well as, or just as, or better than you, because they kind of figure on some level they're thinking the same thing you are.
Knowing my luck, my opponent has already checked this and is slightly ahead of me.
Exactly, yeah. It's kind of like you always kind of assume, almost without exception, your opponent is better than you he is, or you assume he is. That's just kind of like my mindset. I don't know if other people go at it similarly, but that's always the way I approach a lot of my matches.
Now, I think I would still personally check the 2 southern flooded rooms here.
Yeah, I'd go for those, and the block check in the waterfall room. Yeah, that's about it. Those don't take very much time, if at all.
Especially with the boots, just a quick dash down.
Zeitnix is not checking. He's going to check the block, and well, there's the big key. Not much help to him there.
Won't be coming back for that.
Nope. Ricky is
not happy to see that quake as Turtle Rock.
No, I wouldn't think so. So Zeitnix is underway now with Argus. Little slower with just Master Sword. Just takes 2 swings per whatever the hell those are. Popcorn shrimp.
Puffball.
Puffballs, popcorn shrimps. Something.
I mean, if anything, they're kind of like angry popcorn shrimps.
Yeah.
Like little eyebrow things.
Yeah, kinda. Use Fire Rod to finish off Argus. Was not charged Master Swords. Okay, there it is. Good pattern, and there it is. Crystal number 7 at 134.19. All right. Now,
Everyone's favorite game.
popular request. What chest will the big key be in? At Ganon's Tower, you have 1 in 22 chance. What is it gonna be today?
Let's see. What do you?
Going off of, I've actually been really lucky so far with the big key in all my matches to date. I'm going to say, I'm going to be generous. I'm going to say 7.
All right, I'll price is right. You can go with 6.
6. All right. Zeitnix is going to get his silver arrows as expect. He underway in Turtle Rock.
And just hoping we find a sword along.
Yeah.
Just make Ganon nice and quick. Alright, it would help if I type my guessing.
Yeah, I should do the same. There we go. All right, so we're looking at about 150 to 155 finish, give or take. Breaks. So if they don't find a sword upgrade, probably going to be closer to 155, depending on how big he is. So we could be at a 2-hour pace. Worst case scenario.
Hopefully not. Hopefully it's just an odd search for a small key or something.
He is a little trouble. Chain chomps.
Chain chomps are nothing but trouble.
Yeah, and they're giving him business. So underway now with chess. First 2 chess 1 and 2. Key and arrows. Kind of go. Zeitnix kind of going against the grain. The popular trend, which is to get a key on the right side to do the right side check. He's going to give you with a more traditional left side. Item 3 on the pedestal was.
I believe this is a normal route for him. I believe he usually goes hope into like left side and then goes full left.
Okay.
I think it's like the second most popular route to take.
Yeah. 6-0, 7-0. So he's got it.
Well, nothing for us.
Yeah. Like blue wax, black wax, stick the blue slime next. See this test for 8, and it's arrows.
Oh wow! I just realized we have not picked up boomerang all right.
Yeah, it's kind of making some of the menuing a little awkward. Chest number 9 is up next.
in everyone's favorite fire snake room.
Yep. $20 there.
Oh no, took the wrong portal.
Yeah. Needed a second to sort of recalibrate there.
I don't think you can get back.
So either. Oh boy. Ricky taking a death there in Turtle Rock, so that really hurts as far as gaining up time. So Zeitnix is going to continue on as originally intended, or that's unfortunate for him, but also throws off the math on this thing a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. So this is
Just a 10 rather than 14
very odd 10.
bombs. Zeitnix picked the wrong portal, and yeah, he missed rando rooms. He missed out on 4 chests.
I'm worried that the key is actually there in rando.
I bet it is. The rando has a strange logic about these. 12, 13. So yeah, Zeitnix not happy. The worst part is, like, he wants to go back for those. He can't. There's no shortcut. He's got to go all the way around.
The whole way.
Yep. So he's gonna hope, like, he is praying that right side is gonna bail him out of this. Ricky is about to be a very happy boy. Hit go mode.
Hits mirror.
Hits go mode at 141 on the nose.
And says, nope, I'm out. Let's go.
Almost got caught. Zeitnix has no magic, so he's got to do bombs instead, which is perfectly doable, but kind of a pain.
A little bit more tight on the timing.
Yeah. Gibdo's screwing things up. Yeah,
as they tend to do.
There it is. All right, so we're at 14 to 17 now. 14, no. 15 is the big key. Zeitnix is relieved. There's Can of Burna at 16, and 17 is a red rupee. But man, Zeitnix dodged a bullet there. Let me tell you. Fortunately, no sword upgrade. Right, so
The climb begins for Zeitnix.
So Silo Price was correct with 15. Though I'm guessing that's not how we normally would count to 15 in these circumstances, but hey, right on the money. Congrats. Zeitnix preparing for the gauntlet now in Ganon's Tower. Alright, room in the 4th floor gauntlet for Zeitnix. Fire Rod to clear out the enemies. Good idea. Silver Arrow the Land Molas. Hopefully get one cycle on this. Timing can be tricky, but it's already off. Okay, gets one. We have 3-cycle fight, it looks like. There it is. So done by Zeitnix. Ricky about to enter Swamp Palace. Wizrobes. So, are you, in your case, if you've got the Master Sword, are you checking all the chests here, way up?
Oh, absolutely. I'll do anything to try and find a tempered sword along the way, and just basically half the time of the Ganon fight.
Right.
You don't want to be the one that's like, I didn't check the chest, but my opponent did.
Right.
They found tempered, and that's the reason I lost.
Right. Okay, so torch room, no problem. Zeitnix, probably stop and get a magic fill. Yep, there it is. So on the way, torches. So okay, set on keys, but now it's find the chest. Open 4 remaining chests. Hope get something good. There's a hard key. Not a bad thing to get, but not what he's looking for. Okay, well there's red, but that's the wrong red. No. Fireball shield is not going to save you here. Oh, Zeitnix is going to ignore that last chest for Trolldorm 2. Thing. Opt for the hammer here. We did round 1. Tower of Hera. Patterns from Trolldorm, and that takes care of that. Kiri is working his way up. Just 10 arrows in the final chest.
And we are on to Aga 2.
Looks like you got a double there. See if Ricky checks those chests at the bottom of the swamp. Yes, he is. Zeitnix did not. Well, there's the tempered sword. Ooh, Zeitnix tried to go for another, I think it would have been a triple, didn't quite get it. Nice. Nicely done by Zeitnix. Now it's how well does he handle Ganon Master Sword?
Shouldn't be too difficult. It's a little rough with having to do mostly spins, and depends on if you decide to try to take advantage of some Arya strats to give yourself some doubles.
So yeah, these are all every hit is going to have to be a fully charged sword swing. So that's going to make this a pretty laborious fight. Especially with 14 hearts. Ganon's asking a very good question. Why is he surrounded by incompetent fools? Oh. So to a refill here. Ricky with tempered sword and has little trouble mowing down Argus. Gets his final crystal at 148.21. So we'll see if he just commits to right side early or not. Phase 2 underway now for Zeitnix.
Just gotta be careful of those bats.
Yeah, no kidding. Burned up all his magic, so really careful now. Ooh. A little slow. Late. Phase 3 now underway for Zeitnix, which is a huge relief. Last bottle here. He only had 2. Set up a torch glitch. Hope it's out. More after this, and then on to phase 4. Okay. Oh, he missed. Out of position. Luckily, he still gets the torch glitch. Oh, he missed again.
Oh
Oh,
no!
no. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Never want to see that.
Oh boy, that's devastating. That's at the point he's gonna have to, I think, go back for magic refills. I don't think he really wants to do this with no bottles. Yeah, okay, gets a fairy out of this.
Certainly scary.
Doable, but he had some trouble with the fight 4, so I just take the refills and go back in round 2. Point.
Yeah, it's just nerve-wracking though because you haven't seen your opponent done yet.
Right.
And with Ricky having that tempered sword, if he goes full right, he can make up some serious time here, especially if Zeitnix takes another fall.
He is going to go right side. He is going to follow the theory. Just play it out this way. So this is a big possible boost for him. Zeitnix is going to have to redo this entire fight, which is, God.
Like I said, it's just nerve-wracking.
Yeah, the first 2 phases, particularly the second, are just so brutal that it's like really against the wall the whole time.
And indeed, Ricky went for the full right, so he's going to have his big key and is going to be trucking up that tower in just a second here.
He's going to have to make one pit stop for it. He's going to have to get a key first, but that's easily attainable. Pedestal has, and then this room does too, so he's fine. So Zeitnix is now in phase 2, but he's only got 5 hearts. He's on blue mail, so he really cannot afford to take damage. Very safe here. Still very much Zeitnix's match to win at this point, but his margin for error is rapidly diminished.
Yeah, like I said, one more fall, one more death, and then a forced trip to go grab potions, and could be looking at a very, very close match and taking another hit from a bat.
He just got dinged again, so yeah, one more hit, he's done. Oh, it's still phase 2. Oh no! Zeitnix taking the death.
Alright, Zeitnix, what do you do here?
Yeah, going.
Bite the bullet, go for potions.
Yep.
Have to figure, okay, maybe my opponent's in a similar boat, also doing Master Sword Silver Ganon.
Yeah. Ricky is actually going to stop for berries, which is actually a good idea. Free 7 hearts before you go to free magic. So, good idea.
Just make topping off the tower that much easier.
Mm.
At the very least for Zeitnix, it's a quick trip back, being that we did Aga 1, so just run into Hyrule Castle, you're right at the pyramid again.
Ricky underway in the gauntlet. 2.
Stalfos just
really
a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, those guys are...
They're jerks.
He goes for the nuclear option and uses bombos.
Yeah, my personal favorite in the gauntlet is just having the bow. You already have it already from killing the mimics, and most of the enemies move in a very similar pattern every single time, so you can sort of just shoot arrows to kill off Stalfos and at a very... You know what I'm trying to say. I can't words right now.
No, I hear you. So round 3 for Zeitnix. He has fallen once and died once, Ganon with Master Sword. The fall, of course, happened in the final phase of the Ganon fight, go figure. Ricky is
the worst place to die.
Ricky's opting to use
Ricky's
Pepper Sword strats. That's Jenga's not going for silver. Round 1 down. Most of his health is chewed away from fights. He's gonna go to Fire Rod.
Silvers are a little bit weird to use on land moles sometimes, just because of all the lag from the 3 of them and the lag created by the silvers themselves. Can make it a little bit tough to hit.
Right. Okay, so he's gonna use up both of them using a blue potion, I think, at the same time.
Fairly close, if not.
Yeah.
Zeitnix going to get some doubles in here on the back again, which is very fortuitous for him. And on to phase 3.
Alright, so... breathe a little bit. Using up his last potion here, not a bad idea. So, he's going to have to just, don't do anything fancy. Don't necessarily go for doubles. Go for the single. Don't want to do anything to put yourself even further into this. All right. Ooh, didn't get the had a good pattern actually for a first round, but
does get the torch.
Okay. There's 1. Tried to go for a quick double. That's not going to work. Gets dinged again by game. Two. Got a shot for a double here. Nope, just a little late.
Ganon was too high.
Yeah.
You only get in a double if he doesn't hit the edge of the arena. Once he hits the edge of the arena, you can no longer hit him with silver arrows. So if you can hit him towards the center or into a torch, that's your best way to get a double.
Yeah. Zeitnix, in spite of all of the drama and the potential heart attacks he endured there, is finished off game 2 of this and is finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 57 minutes, 55 seconds.
GG Zeitnix, who is joining us in
Hello.
That was a bit of a nerve-wracking bout of...
Yeah, how about that Ganon fight? And my nerves just kept getting worse and worse as it went on and on.
Because there's always that worry of, oh god, my opponent hasn't done yet. I bet he's about to done any minute now.
It's like,
yeah, after the death. Sorry. After the death, I knew I had to go get potions, and I'm like, man, that is a time kill. He could be right there. This could be it.
Yeah, it's like after about an hour 45, if you it's like at some point it's like, okay, when's it happening? When's it happening? Especially for a seed like this, which was overall pretty generous with its items.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the mirror was a little out of the way, but
Yeah.
but other than that, it was pretty dungeon after dungeon. So that was nice.
Yeah, how did you like that Skull Woods? Just like, here's what you need to go do Aga and all that.
Yeah, I almost went into Meyer first. I think that's where that was. And I thought, no, I'm pretty sure Skullwoods is a crystal. And so I'm going to go check that out and see if I can pick up something that opens up other crystals and things I can do and finish. Because Misery Mire, I didn't have the cane yet. So, well, there's Skullwoods giving it to me. So, go finish the seed. That's what it was saying.
Yeah. Now, here's the bad news. That tempered sword you were so desperately hoping for, it was in Swamp Palace. It was the two waterlogged, one of the two waterlogged chests.
I thought to myself, I can do Master Sword on Ganon, so I'm just going to pick up the most convenient chest on my way to look for that tempered, because I knew where silvers were, you know?
Yeah.
And it just didn't go down there, and dang.
Yeah. So, yes. Yeah. Other than that, no, it was a very clean seed overall for you, and very nicely done.
Yeah, thank you. It was a fun one.
Yeah.
Up till Ganon.
Yeah. So,
And he killed the nerves.
Yeah. Now you get to go on to the brackets.
I'm looking forward to that. That's
the fun part.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Ricky's great competition. It was good going up against him.
Yeah. It sounded like game 1 was really close. Game 2, got really close. And got really exciting there at the end. Exciting for everyone but you, of course.
Right. Glad I could provide.
Yes. Ricky has finished off Ganon, and we'll be dunning here in a sec officially, and...
As long as he doesn't trip on the bridge on the way up.
Yeah, and get out the GGs for Ricky of Kokiri. He finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 1 minute, 30 seconds. GGs to Ricky. Put up a hard-fought fight here in Game 2, and after some early struggles, rallied, and we welcome him to the chat. GG.
Hello. Good game.
GG, Ricky.
I died way too many times at the beginning of that. That was
Some of those deaths, it's like it always seemed to happen at the worst possible moment for you.
Yeah, I mean, the mini Moldor was bad because I was just in a bad position, but the one that really ticked me off was the Dead Rocks. Like, that just wasn't fair.
Yeah, no.
For both of you, even.
Yeah, Dead Rocks were being a pain in the butt this round.
Yeah, like Dead Rocks, it seemed like the seed was really out to get you guys. It felt.
Yes.
It had to make up for it because it was practically, spoon feeding you the rest of it.
Yeah, for the most part, up until the mirror, I got so lucky dipping into Turtle Rock because I happened to be right there.
Yeah, but both of you made the same play. It's like, well, we're here, we might as well do it. So, and yeah, that worked out really well. It's like if it were an ice palace, that could have been interesting.
Yeah, this would have taken longer.
It was even more tempting because of the map compass shuffle.
Yes, totally.
So
we had our fingers crossed, to be honest, for Pedestal Mirror.
Yeah,
Doesn't happen often, but sometimes.
Yeah, we had to dream. We had to dream. But so, any final thoughts, guys, on match and what lays ahead?
Well, I personally am really glad I've improved so much during the tournament and the Challenge Cup. I've actually gotten much better at consistently doing sub 2 or almost sub 2. If I didn't die so much, it would have been sub 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really glad of my improvement. I was not expecting to win, but I'm glad I actually pulled out a decent finish.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Ricky,
That's why.
it was great working with you. Thanks for the restream, everybody. So that was fun.
I was gonna say real quick, that's why I like tournaments so much. It really kind of gives you that extra drive to just like push a little bit extra harder and just get that extra bit of improvement in there, and you really start to see a little bit more improvement faster because of the pressure.
Yeah, for sure. And just a heads up for everybody, after this match, we're going to have another broadcast, opening round, an opening match, Group AB between He's Just a Boy and Dr. Bob Tastic. Determine who will move on out of that group bracket. If you haven't already, give our runners a follow. That was a really good race. It got really exciting really fast. It was a lot of strategy today. So thanks all for watching. Thanks to Amarith for not only restreaming but co-commentating with today, and thanks to Slowpoke, our item tracker, did a great job.
And
Yeah.
if you haven't, give a quick check the Go Mode Podcast for hosting this match on the Go Mode Podcast Twitch channel for us. You can check them out over. We got a Discord channel and GoModePodcast.com for all your randomizer questions. Send it over to our boys Tim, Axa, and Herfy Durfy.
All right. Well, GG's all, and stay tuned for the next match in this broadcast. So stay
About 5
tuned.
minutes.
All right.
Have a good evening, guys.
All right. Later.